to NEWSTOPUP, the weekly recap of trending stories from the week. I am Olusola IyanuOluwa. Let's dive in.
In Oyo State, controversy has followed the inauguration of the Oyo State Council of Obas and Chiefs by Governor Seyi Makinde. The council was inaugurated on Thursday, January 15, 2026 in Ibadan, marking its first formal sitting in about 15 years. At the event, the Olubadan of Ibadanland, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, was installed as chairman under a new rotational leadership arrangement. Governor Makinde announced that the chairmanship would rotate every 2 years among the Olubadan, the Alaafin of Oyo, and the Soun of Ogbomosoland, a move he said would promote unity among traditional leaders. However, the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Akeem Owoade I, later denied being consulted before the decision was made. In a statement from his palace, he said there was no agreement on the rotational system and confirmed that his position had earlier been communicated to the government. The Alaafin was absent from the inauguration as debate continues over the process, even as the state government insists the revived council will strengthen traditional institutions in Oyo State. In political news, Abubakar Atiku Abubakar, son of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, has defected from PDP to the APC. The announcement was made on Thursday, January 15, 2026, at the National Assembly in Abuja, where he pledged support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 2027 re-election and directed his political network to mobilize votes. His group has been renamed the Aske Bola Tinubu Organization. The move has drawn mixed reactions. Former APC presidential aspirant Adamu Garba warned against celebrating the defection, calling it troubling and cautioning that personal ambition should not override family values. Former Vice President Atiku said his son's decision is personal and does not reflect his own political stance. Meanwhile, in Rivers State, uncertainty continues at the House of Assembly after lawmakers failed to resume plenary and report to an internal plot against Speaker Martin Amowele. The sitting, scheduled for Thursday, January 15, 2026, did not hold, though impeachment proceedings against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy are set to continue over allegation of gross misconduct, including extra budgetary spending and the demolition of the assembly complex. Some lawmakers have withdrawn support for the impeachment, calling for dialogue, but the assembly insists it is moving forward with the process. In entertainment news, Afrobeat star Davido is facing criticism from a mother and a daughter over a paternity dispute. 12-year-old Michelle IyanuOluwa took to social media on January 15, 2026, asking Davido for a DNA test, saying years of uncertainty led to bullying and emotional distress. She also shared screenshots of private messages with the singer in which he insisted multiple DNA tests were already done and all were negative. Davido has publicly denied being the girl's father and said he never had a personal relationship with her mother. Anu and her mother, Ayo Labijo, rejected his claims, saying only one test was done and accusing him of using offensive language in the messages. Labijo said her main concern is her daughter's well-being and suggested independent oversight for any future tests. And in international news, US President Donald Trump says Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, not Russian President Vladimir Putin, is blocking progress towards a potential peace deal in the Russian-Ukraine war. Trump made the remarks in an interview on Wednesday, January 14, 2026, asserting that Putin is ready to negotiate, while Zelensky has been less willing to agree to terms. The comment has sparked debate, with the Kremlin publicly supporting Trump's view, while European leaders, including Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk, strongly disagreed, insisting Russia continues to undermine peace efforts. President Zelensky responded by reaffirming Ukraine's commitment to negotiation, emphasizing that Kyiv has never obstructed talks and pointing to ongoing Russian attacks as evidence of Moscow's lack of interest in a lasting resolution.
That's all for this week. For more trending stories, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. at World Television and stay connected. Once again, I am Olusola IyanuOluwa. Thanks for watching.